and you think it's easy, like, and get rid of that. It's gonna be hard. Like it's gonna
Right.
be so hard.
Right.
Like let's stop it.
Okay, welcome back to part 2. We are back with Shirletta Butler. And if you didn't see the first one, please go back and check out part 1. We are in part 2, and we are back with Shirletta, our special guest. And she is a wife, a mom of 2, a licensed certified clinical social worker, an entrepreneur. She's a member of the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. She has a master's of social work from Howard University. She is my friend, my sister, and so much more, Shirletta Butler. So we are back, and I said we had another question to add, and I didn't want to forget this question. We talked off. I'm hoping we could put some of that stuff in while we were off, but the other question is, how can we start to build the identity of ourselves back to who we once knew, but within our better and more mature selves? So, because I'm like, some of this stuff, and I'm just thinking, and that's the question that I have for you, but I was just thinking some of this stuff we might not want to build back up. Like, we might just want to leave it where it was and not bring it back. And what do you think? Like, how can we start to build ourselves back up? Like, I know we talked about taking time out for ourselves and doing different things, like doing those kind of things. But what else do we need to do? Do you have like any suggestions or advice as far as that's concerned?
I think you hit it spot on. I think acknowledging there is no going back.
Right.
No
right,
going
right.
back.
Right.
It's only going forward.
Right.
You know, with who we are.
Right.
The advice that I would, definitely give, and what I, constantly, because once again, we are all a work in progress.
Yes.
There is no mastering it. It is just hammering it, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it is never losing those characteristics, identifying those, like say them out loud.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody around you knows clearly who you are, so that they can hold you accountable and you can hold you accountable.
Oh, that's good.
So if we just talked about, me loving to laugh and me loving to shop and me loving to dance and I love music, and all you hear is, I've been in the house, just reading, and cleaning the house and running the practices and at the church on this day and that day. Ow, have you been to a concert? Have you, when the last time you been out to the stores? And have you, do you be, while you in the house and cleaning, do you got your music on?
Yeah.
You got to be able to say out loud so that, your husband and your children even know. Yeah. Like my children know that mommy loves music, like to dance. Well, they may say, "Hey, mom, look at this new dance. Cut the music on, and then we doing it together."
Yeah.
Like, so they got to even be on board. Don't. And the thing is, not letting yourself be put in a box, and not letting people around you put you in a box. So you constantly, saying who you are and reminding folks who you are. And that even goes for extended family and friends.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
if
true.
girl, I play too much or I'm goofy. Don't be looking at me sideways
right.
when I'm laughing and playing. If you don't want that atmosphere, don't ask me to go with you to such and such.
Yeah.
That's true. And it just helps you totally embrace that identity, and more importantly, other people, because sometimes we go in that box because of the environments that we're in.
Yeah.
But like you said, some stuff do gotta go. The things, and just identifying what must stay.
Yeah.
identifying what must go.
Yeah.
The things, and guess what? The things that gotta go, you gotta say those out loud too,
Oh,
and have a
wow. I didn't
strategy
even
for
think
that.
about that. Yeah.
Because they won't go.
Yeah.
If you don't,
Right.
if there is no work involved, you will never move forward, and you will constantly stay backward.
Yeah.
So you got to have a plan even for the things that got to go. I'm going to give myself a budget.
Yeah.
Um, I cannot listen to all the music that I used to listen to.
Yeah.
I cannot listen to all the comedy things that I used to listen to.
Yeah.
So there are some boundaries that I now have on my life
Yeah.
that has shaped a new identity of who I am
Yeah.
without still losing who I am.
Yeah. That's so true.
So that's one part of how you can build. But I just think give yourself grace.
Yeah.
Give yourself grace. I think we are so hard on ourselves about. I think we feel we lost more than we really lost.
Yeah.
You haven't.
Yeah.
We haven't. We lost some of it, and
Yeah.
then it's season.
And was it
There's
lost or was it
season
just put away for a moment? And what I mean by that is when I first got married, I was like, okay, I'm so busy, and I think we talked about this in the beginning, trying to learn the other person that I just want to put this away. And I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but it's not that I want to put my silliness away, but I just want to put all of everything I have into learning. And that's what I thought. Because I remember somebody saying, wow, you're not who you used to be. But really, it's like I'm growing into who I'm going to be.
Yes.
So it's like,
Yes.
it's okay. Like sometimes people make it seem like it's not okay to evolve or change. Because when you start doing, I guess it kind of butt head with things that they will want from us or they need from us or how they used to see us. So it's like, changing yourself is not always, it's hard for other people too. I think.
It is. It is. And that's what I mean when you are trying to manage your own, identity and then the identity that people have of you.
Yeah.
And it is, when you are trying to build back better. No,
right.
When you're trying to build better your identity,
right.
And you're losing some of the things that cannot go with you,
yeah,
while holding on to the things that make you you,
yeah,
people are not going to like it.
Yeah.
And they are, why can't you go out with me to this particular place? Why can't you go to this particular store?
Yeah.
Why can't you watch some of the things that we used to watch?
Yeah.
And why can't you talk the way we used to talk?
Right.
Because that is no longer my identity.
Yeah.
And I am sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
But
what about go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
No. So what about
if people can't accept it?
Yeah. So what about if I'm trying to figure out the best way to say it. You want to be able to hang out with these people, but you want to be able to go in the difference, in the I'm trying to figure out the best way to say it. I want to hang out with people, but me changing is kind of like knocking how they used to flow. So is it okay that I pull all the way away? Because me being in that space it might not be for me or, but I just want to know if that's something that we should we just pull away 100% and say, I'm good at just saying, you know what? I don't want to be a part of it no more. I'm just going to walk away. But but are we missing something in the gradual walk away? Is it some places where you need to walk away and some places you need to gradually walk away?
Absolutely.
As far as friendships or family sometimes. Sorry to say.
Yeah, I, and once again, when we talk about just maturing and becoming who we are, the newer version of ourselves, it is very, I think it's normal. Like, I think
Yeah.
it's normal to um, evolve and shed things and
Yeah.
acquire new things. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
um, do it feel good? It doesn't. You
Yeah.
know, it feels very. It feels bad, you know, and once again, I think we're in a world where we don't even promote growth, and we don't, and we condemn it
Yeah.
almost. Like you said,
Yeah.
you change.
Yeah.
You think you're better than me.
Right.
When you're trying to be your better self, why do my journey have, what does my journey have to
Yeah.
do with you?
That's
And
true.
what it is your journey makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I am used to the old you,
Yeah.
and I don't even know the new you. But
Yeah.
truth be told, neither do you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you're trying to work out your own
Yeah.
thing without trying to manage how you all feel about it. So
Yeah.
I think it's very necessary to, um, when your journey of who you're becoming
Mhm.
is not being respected or
Yeah.
celebrated, then you do have decisions to make about it,
Yeah.
because it is hard enough with trying to become your better version of you
Yeah.
without, critiques and trolls and um, people support.
Yeah. So, what's some things that we should, and this is just a question. If you have the answer, it's fine. That would be great. If not, it's okay. But what's some things that we should be aware of? So when we come against it, it won't make us so upset, or it won't make us like second guess. Like, should I be changing into this, or is it okay for me to, start working on my identity? Or when I'm working on it, like, because there's going to be some critiques. Like, people are going to, when I
Mm-hmm.
say, like, people are going to say, I don't like how you acting now, and you have to be okay. Like, are there some things that people are going to say, or that you heard said, or that people have said to you that were said when they were trying to change, or trying to
Yep.
go through their
Yep.
process of like building their identity or coming back to who they once were? Like, how do you, what advice could you give to people, or like some things that may be said to them during that
I think you
process?
kind of, I think you kind of alluded to it a little bit. You said accept it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to, accept going in. Like, I just think you got to accept in life. There, I don't care if it's one person
Yeah.
who will not like something about you,
Yeah.
whether it's how you move, how you
Yeah.
do this, how you that. But as it relates to building your identity better, I think that you have to walk in it knowing that it won't be easy.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we think, when people say, okay, new year, new me. I'm
Yeah.
going to start this new, you write your goals down, who you
Mm-hmm.
going to become, and you think it's easy. Like, get rid of that. It's going to be hard. Like, it's going to
Right.
be so
Right. Right. Right.
hard.
Right.
Like, let's stop it. Well, I'm going to, God, stretch me. Girl, do you know what you asking for? That
And I
is
don't.
not easy stuff.
The stretch is hard, and
It's
it
hard.
is so hard, and we talked about that. Like, just stretching is just, I mean, just the idea of a stretch anyway, but but really stretching past where you are now, like stuff that you feel comfortable in. Like, I feel comfortable being a mom and a wife and doing the stuff that's comfortable, but the stuff that is bigger than that, the stuff that God called you to, the stuff that you're supposed to be doing, the
Mm,
purpose and the plans that are for you, like God has for you, is just like those. Sometimes you have to stretch past your comfort, and it's hard. Like, it's hard. It's
yep.
very, very,
Yep.
very hard. But it's worth it at
Yep.
the end, if I can say. Like, once you kind of get into it, it's worth it. Seeing it's the people that's being blessed by it. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm doing a podcast to help young women, or young people or whoever it may bless, it's that part. It's that part saying, you know what? I honored you, God, and I did this. And that's the reward to it. So I guess all the other stuff, all the stretching and the pain that I had to go through, the reward is that God is pleased. And I'm
That's
okay.
right.
And that's where I'm like, okay. But it's hard,
Yep.
and I say don't do it alone. And if you need help, like
Yeah.
ask. Don't sit
Hey,
there and
everyone.
try to
I hope
stretch
you
by
enjoyed
yourself
today's
and think
episode.
that
If you got anything
right,
from it, please
you
share it
might
with
be down
someone
there
you
stretch. You
think
might need help getting up.
and make sure you never miss an
That
episode
After that
by
stretch.
Sign me up
subscribing
for the
to the
getting
J.
up
Foster
house.
Show right here on YouTube. You can download the audio-only version
Sign me. I
by
need help
subscribing
getting
to the show
down.
on
I need
most
help
major
while I'm
podcast
down there.
platforms.
I need
Also,
help
hear
getting
me.
make sure you
up.
check out the
Father.
links in the comments below for
The
more
help
ways
getting
to
down.
engage with
Hear
me.
me. I
Thanks for
understand
watching, and I'll see you next time on the
So
J.
you're
Christyn
right.
Show.
You're right.
Yeah.
It is. That would be it. Accept that it's hard.
Yeah.
Accept that it's necessary.
Yeah.
And accept that you need help on the
Yeah.
journey and the right help. The right help.
The right help.
The right help.
Listen, one
Did
more
I
time.
say the right
The right. And we talked about this. I did an episode before, and we talked about different tips and tricks, like making sure you have the right people, not just anybody,
Yes.
not just, oh, okay, this is a family member, so I'm gonna just take her on a journey. She might not be the one that's gonna push you like you need to be pushed, or she might not, or he might not be the person that's gonna be able to encourage you like you need to be encouraged,
Mhm.
or to
hold you
see you.
accountable.
Yes, thank you. That's exactly.
Or hold you accountable.
Yes.
You know, it will give you critique
Yeah.
even when you don't want to hear it. You know what I mean?
And I'm gonna tell it hurts. Sometimes the critiques hurt, but it's worth, like, it's making you better. If you want to be better, then this is for you. Because because it's gonna hurt. Like, even sometimes critiques that are so true, they still hurt, but it's to make you better. It's for the better, I believe. So,
But you're going to choose people who love you.
Yes.
And love and know the calling and know,
Yep.
you know, that what you're supposed to do. And
Yep.
they're going to do it in love.
Yep.
They're going to do it in love.
Yep. That's true.
So it may be a pinch, but you know,
Yep.
hugs and kisses are right there with it.
Yep. Through your tears.
Yes. And
You
wow,
sure?
you said, what'd you say?
No, I'm gonna cry and say, "You sure you think I should?" Like, so,
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, I just think those are some of the key points, you know, knowing that, you know, the shift is getting ready to take.
yeah,
Is just know what you're walking into
yeah,
and just be committed to it.
yeah,
Be committed to it and know that, you know, most times, if not all, it's bigger than you.
yeah,
And it's necessary for you to go through the transition
yeah,
so that you can then help somebody and others transition also.
yeah. That's true. So, guys, I hope we helped you today. I hope our conversation helps so many people. I am so grateful. Thank you, Shirletta, for coming on and helping me with
You're welcome.
identity and how we could be better and how do we get to the next levels and growing. And I am positive she will be back. I hope.
You better know it.
And
a phone call, text away.
right. And this is just another example of people, like people that love you and people that want to, you know, support where God is taking you, and just having this kind of support. Like Shirletta not always saying to me, Jess, you doing this, and this right. She's saying, Jess, go do that. You need to do this. Get better in that. Work harder. And I'm like, okay. And I'm checking myself. And it's okay. Like I know that she loves me. I know her heart. I know she's not out to hurt me. So even when it hurts to hear, she's not saying mean things, but when it hurts to hear that I gotta push a little bit more, it's okay. Like, this is an example of like healthy people in your life. And maybe you have to ask God. Like, I had to pray for my friends, say, okay, I need some good friends. Can you send them my
Me
way?
too, Jess. Me too. And he sent you my way.
Right.
And you reap what you sow.
Right.
And you have sown graciously unto me.
Yeah. Well,
and
not
for my
like
betterment
cocky, but
as well.
and you have, because you have sold it to me.
Yeah,
you know how we
I
are,
did that.
right? You have sold into my life. Listen, forever owe so many people, and I'm so grateful. Right. She's like,
no, you don't.
right.
No, you don't.
I know. They'll never take it, but I'm so grateful, you guys, for coming to check me out here again at the J. Christyn Show, and I guess I'll catch you later. See you guys later. Bye. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you got anything from it, please share it with someone you think it will bless. And make sure you never miss an episode by subscribing to the J. Christyn Show right here on YouTube. You can download the audio-only version by subscribing to the show on most major podcast platforms. Also, make sure you check out our links in the comments below for more ways to engage with me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on the J. Christyn Show.